on Sports Central tonight. Royal reclaims. Royal College Colombo reclaims the Dr. R.L. Heyman Trophy after defeating St. Thomas's College Mount Lavinia in the second leg of their annual water polo encounter held at the Subhadra Dasa swimming pool complex. Accepting sanction. The UFC announces that former featherweight and lightweight champion Conor McGregor has accepted an 18-month sanction for a violation of anti-doping policy. Good news. Bringing much joy for the Lakers fans, LeBron James announces that his so-called second decision has nothing to do with the 40-year-old's forward's retirement. And intense quarters. Former world number 1 Novak Djokovic advanced to the quarterfinals of the Shanghai Masters as he set to 44th ranked Belgium Sisu Bergs as he continues his pursuit for the title.
From Studio 24C, this is Sports Central. And now, here's Vinut Varnasurya.
Hello and welcome to Other Derana Sports Central, the go-to source every night to get updates about all the major happenings right here at home and different parts of the world. We begin today's bulletin with some updates going on in Sri Lanka Rugby. Former Sri Lanka and CRN FC player Pavitra Fernando has been elected as the new president of Sri Lanka Rugby at the annual general meeting which was held today. The meeting held at the Duncan White Auditorium at the Ministry of Sports complex. With Pavitra Fernando as the president, Shanita Fernando was elected as the deputy president. Chintaka Pereira will serve as the vice president while Subhash Jayatilaka will hold the position of general secretary. Niyoma Lekanayaka will function as the treasurer and Mrs. Thirini Rangani will represent the female members. Stephen Gregory will serve as the athlete representative. Meanwhile, a media briefing was held in Colombo to reveal the details about the 32nd MCA Super Premier League tournament.
During this media gathering, details were disclosed about the official sponsors for this closely contested tournament. The trophies for the champions and runners-up were also unveiled during the event. The much-anticipated 32nd MCA Super Premier T20 League 2025 commenced last week. A total of 6 top corporate teams are battling for supremacy in this year's edition.
Several quarter-final encounters of the Inter-School Under-19 Limited Overs tournament was held in several parts of the country today. Here are details on that.
Moreover, 5 half-centuries by Rehan Peiris and Vimaddin Sara helped Royal College beat St. Sebastian's College Moratuwa by 7 wickets and advance to last 4 of this year's Under-19 Tier A Limited Overs tournament. This quarter-final encounter was played at Reed Avenue. Batting first, St. Sebastian's were bowled out for 213 runs in 49.1 overs. Meshon Ferdinandus top scored with 62 while Koshendra Fernando made 46. In reply, the Royalies reached 217 for 3 wickets in 43.4 overs. Skipper Rehan Peiris made 75 of 65 balls with 7 fours and 3 sixes. Vimaddin Sara was 53 not out while Udanta Ganewatha remained unbeaten on 39 runs. Meanwhile, in another quarter-final of Under-19 Division 1 Tier A Limited Overs tournament, Mahanama College Colombo beat Prince of Wales College Moratuwa by 106 runs in Narahempita. Batting first, Mahanama gathered 268 runs for 47 overs. Sanul Weeraratne top scored with 78 runs while Venura Kavithra made 65. Mahesh Aponsu and Rusandu Silva bagged 3 wickets each. In reply, Prince of Wales were bowled out for an unchallenging 162 runs in the 44th over. Rusandu Silva made 69. In bowling for Mahanama, Dulnit Sigera, Geet Sandarwan, Venura Kavithra, Chamika Hinatikala and Situm Vihanga shared 2 wickets each. A fine all-round display by Sharit Sudhina helped the Masonite College Kandana to beat St. Thomas's College Mathura by 8 wickets. This Under-19 Division 1 Tier B quarter-final was played at the Uyanwatha Stadium in Mathura. Batting first, St. Thomas's were bowled out for 190 in the 35th over. Abdul Majid top scored with 52 runs. In bowling for Macedonians, Sharit Sudhina picked up 4 wickets for 30 runs, while Sanidu Nimalsha captured 3 for 39 runs. In reply, the Macedonian overhauled the victory target in just 27.1 overs, losing 2 wickets. Opener Sudhina hit a quick-fire 87 off 57 balls with 6 fours and 6 sixes. He added 129 runs for the first wicket with Ushan Aditya, who made 50 runs. With this win, the Masonite are through to the last 4 of Under-19 Division 1 Tier B Limited Overs tournament. Meanwhile, in Bandaragama, St. Anne's College Kurunagala outclassed Sri Sumangala College Panadura in their Under-19 Division 1 Tier B quarter-final. Batting first, Sri Sumangala were shot out for 122 runs in the 39th over of their innings. Nekesh Iddamalgo the top scored with 31 for Sumangala. Nesad Veerasekara was the pick of the bowlers for St Anne's with 4 for 29, while Ishan Khan bagged 2 for 18. Kushan Subasinghe with a patient 50 then helped St Anne's to reach 124 for 5 in the 28 overs, thus winning the match by 5 wickets. Sanuj Dissanayaka remained 23 not out.
Royal College Colombo reclaimed the Dr. R.L. Heyman Trophy by beating St. Thomas's College Mount Lavinia in their annual water polo encounter. The second leg of this year's traditional encounter was held over the weekend at the Sugata Dasa swimming pool complex.
The Royalists, who won the first leg of the 31st traditional water polo encounter by 13-9, were dominating the second leg also from the start. It helped them enjoy a 6-2 lead in the first quarter. The Royalists, breaching the Thomian defence, quite often extended their score to 7-2 by half-time. The Royalists continued their attacking style of play in the third and fourth quarters also, and at the final whistle the scoreline read 12-8. It propelled their aggregate score to 25-17. With this, the boys from Reed Avenue bagged the prestigious Dr. R.L. Heyman Trophy after 2 years. This is their 10th Heyman Trophy title. St. Thomas have 17 wins to their name, with 4 encounters ending in draws.
Manahara Youth Club in Hatton has emerged victorious in the netball tournament of the 35th edition of Nora Elliott District Sports Festival. Now with this win, they get qualified to compete at the upcoming National Youth Sports Festival.
Manahara Youth Club, which represented the Norwood Division, defeated the Nora Elliott Division team in the final of the netball tournament of the 35th Nora Elliott District Sports Festival. The scoreline was 14-6 at the final whistle. With this win, Manahara Youth Club was able to qualify for the netball championship of this year's Youth Sports Festival. It will be held at the Batupitiwala Sports Complex in Bayangoda for 3 days starting from the 24th of this month.
We are heading into a short commercial break. More sporting highlights coming right after this. You are watching Ada Derana Sports Central. Welcome back to Ada Derana Sports Central. We are going to the updates from the ICC Women's World Cup 2025. A gritty comeback by Heather Knight pulled England out of danger and into top spot on the World Cup table with a battling 4-wicket win against Bangladesh that was in sharp contrast to their 10-wicket romp over South Africa to open the tournament.
Sabana mustered his maiden international half-century, and a quick-fire 43 not out of just 27 balls by Rabea Khan had allowed Bangladesh to post a competitive total despite only 2 other batters reaching double figures. England spinners kept a lead on the Bangladesh lineup despite the best efforts of Nigar, who was extremely vocal from the dugout long after she was caught by Dean off the bowling of Lindsay Smith for a second ball duck. Sophie Eccleston finished the 3 wickets, while fellow left-arm spinner Smith, who had been England's chief destroyer against South Africa, finished with 2 wickets for 33 runs.
Clear. Cleaned up. T20 ODI. Simple, so simple.
Goes for the big shot. Does she get it over? Great catch there, Lauren Bell.
In the final over of the innings, Bangladesh was bowled out for just 178 runs. 2 early wickets from Maruf Akhtar, followed by 3 for 2 in the space of 12 legitimate deliveries from Fahima Khatun, had led England 78 for 5 in pursuit of what had looked like a modest target. But Knight, playing her first international innings since tearing her hamstring from the bone during a T20I against West Indies in May, gritted her teeth, ground out the runs and rode her luck, overturning dismissals on 0, 8 and 13 to lead England home.
Well, this has been an innings of the highest quality. Given the situation, it may not have been the most fluent from Heather Knight. Hard sweep, good sweep. Yeah, there is that reverse sweep.
Her unbroken stand for the 7th wicket with Charlie Dean, worth 79 in 100 deliveries, sealed the result with 23 balls to spare.
Fought hard for that win. 2 points, they'll happily take them.
Having a look at the cards here, England finally get home in the 47th over.
Meanwhile, Australia's captain Pat Cummins has not resumed bowling after suffering a back injury and will miss the opening Ashes test against England in Perth in late November, and this was reported by multiple media outlets. Now, the 32-year-old fast bowler is recovering from a lower back stress injury that has troubled him since Australia's tour of West Indies earlier this year. According to reports, these back scans last week have revealed that the injury had not yet healed, ruling Cummins out of the Perth clash and putting in doubt his participation in all 5 tests in the blockbuster series. Cricket Australia said they had no update on Cummins' fitness. If Cummins is not fit to play in Perth from November 21st, former skipper Steve Smith is likely to captain the team, with Scott Boland joining the pace attack. Former featherweight and lightweight champion Conor McGregor has accepted an 18-month sanction for violation of anti-doping policy. The UFC announced this yesterday.
In a statement on their website, the MMA promotion said that McGregor missed 3 attempts by Combat Sports Anti-Doping to collect biological samples from him in 2024 on the 13th of June, 19th of September and the 20th of September, leading to so-called whereabouts failures. McGregor has fully cooperated with CSAD's investigation, accepted responsibility and provided detailed information that CSAD determined contributed to the missed tests. This was mentioned in a statement on the UFC website. Taking McGregor's cooperation and circumstances into account, CSAD reduced the standard 24-month sanction for 3 whereabout failures by 6 months. His period of ineligibility began on the 20th of September 2024 and will conclude on the 20th of March 2026. McGregor, who has not fought in the UFC since suffering a broken leg in his last fight against Dustin Poirier in July of 2021, has said he wants to fight on a proposed card at the White House in June of next year.
Moving to the basketball court now, Los Angeles Lakers fans can relax, raise a glass and toast to the continuation of NBA superstar LeBron James' career. The league's all-time leading scorer announced his so-called second decision yesterday, and it had nothing to do with the 40-year-old forward's retirement.
Speculation ran rampant Monday after James posted a brief video on X showing him walking forward to sit in a chair opposite to an unnamed person. The accompanying caption read, "The decision of all decisions." The video parodied The Decision, a TV special in 2010, during which James revealed he was leaving the Cleveland Cavaliers to sign as a free agent with the Miami Heat. James famously told an interviewer that he is going to take his talents to South Beach. Instead of leaving the Lakers or calling it a career, however, it all turned out to be a part of a marketing campaign. Anticipating a potential retirement, ticket prices for the Lakers' 2025-26 regular season finale against Utah Jazz on April 12th soared from $82 to $580 for a single ticket. A 21-time All-Star, 4-time MVP and 4-time NBA champion, James averaged 24.4 points, 7.8 rebounds and 8.2 assists last season while finishing 6th in MVP voting. He owns a career averages of 27.0 points, 7.5 rebounds and 7.4 assists. James is the all-time NBA leader in points and minutes played. He has played in 1,462 games, the second highest total, and he could pass Robert Parrish to top that list in the upcoming season.
A short commercial break now. More sporting actions coming right after this. They are watching Other Derana Sports Central. We'll be right back. Welcome back to Other Derana Sports Central. We are moving to the football field now. Italian Fabio Cannavaro will coach Uzbekistan as they prepare for their first World Cup next year. This was announced by the Central Asian Nations Soccer Association on Monday. Cannavaro won the World Cup with Italy as a player, captaining his country to the title in 2006, but his record as a coach comes more mixed. His most recent job was with Dinamo Zagreb, but that was a short-lived spell of less than 4 months that ended in April. The 52-year-old has previously had coaching roles with clubs in China and Saudi Arabia, as well as in Italy. He also had a short spell as a caretaker manager for China in 2019. He will succeed Imur Kapatse, who was in charge in June from the Central Asian country, qualified for the World Cup for the first time. Former world number 1 Novak Djokovic advanced to the quarterfinals of the Shanghai Masters, defeating Spain's Jaume Munar 6-3, 5-7 and 6-2 in a 2-hour and 41-minute clash.
The 38-year-old Djokovic, moving to a quarter-finals of the tournament for the 11th time, battled through physical discomfort in his left leg but managed to secure the win.
Djokovic, 6-3. Game, set and match. Djokovic, 2-1, 6-3, 5-7, 6-2.
He will next face Belgium's Zizou Bergs as he continues his pursuit of the title. Bergs reached the quarters after overcoming Canada's Gabriel Diallo 3-6, 7-5, 7-6 in a tightly contested match at the Chizong Tennis Center. The 44th ranked Bergs, who saved 2 match points in the final tiebreak, achieved his first ever quarter-final berth in a Masters 1000 event.
Set and match Bergs. 2 sets to 1, 3-6, 7-5, 7-6.
Meanwhile, Denmark's Holger Rune advanced after defeating France's Giovanni Pesci-Pericard 6-4, 6-7 and 6-3 in a hard-fought 3-set match. Rune, who claimed his only ATP Masters 1000 title in Paris of 2022, secured 2 key breaks during the 2-hour and 30-minute match despite winning just 27% of points on Pericard's serve.
2 sets to 1, 6-4, 6-7, 6-3.
Rookie Fermin Aldegar of Spain earned the first victory of his fledgling MotoGP career at the Indonesia Grand Prix on Sunday, while newly crowned champion and compatriot Marc Marquez crashed out after a crunching collision with Italian Marco Bezzecchi.
Gresini racing rider Aldeguer surged past KTM's Pedro Acosta, also of Spain, to take the lead in the 10th lap, eventually finishing well clear of the competition. The win will have helped Aldeguer erase the pain of his second-place finish in Saturday's sprint, where he led for most of the 13-lap race before finishing second behind Bezzecchi. Acosta finished second, with Aldeguer's Spanish teammate Alex Marquez completing the podium. Pole sitter Bezzecchi had an awful start to the race, finding himself in 6th place after the first 2 turns, and the Aprilia rider was a touch too forceful in his desperation to climb back up into the lead. As he charged back into the fray, Bezzecchi nudged the rear of Marquez's Ducati and the pair hurtled into the gravel at high speed, with Marquez appearing to be in significant discomfort after the fall. Ducati's afternoon then went from bad to worse a few laps later when 2-time champion Francesco Bagnane's bike slipped out from underneath him and dumped him onto the asphalt. Marquez's crash continued a dreadful streak of luck for him at the Mandalika International Circuit, where he has never been able to finish a Grand Prix in 4 attempts. His team confirmed that Marquez suffered a collarbone injury as a result of the collision.
Meanwhile, MotoGP champion Marc Marquez will miss the next 2 rounds of the season in Australia and Malaysia after suffering a fracture and ligament injury to his right shoulder in the crash at the Indonesian Grand Prix. Aprilia rider Marco Bezzecchi collided with the rear of Marquez's Ducati and the pair both hurtled into the gravel at high speed, with Marquez appearing to be in significant discomfort after tumbling head over heels. Marquez, who won his 7th MotoGP championship at the Japanese Grand Prix last month, was hunched over on the side of the track for a couple of minutes before staggering to his feet and lurching away while clutching his shoulder. In a statement on Monday, Ducati said Marquez had suffered a fracture at the base of a carcoid process and a ligament injury to his right shoulder. Clinical examination and radiological assessment have ruled out any connection with previous injuries and have also confirmed the absence of significant bone displacement. Marquez could still compete at Grand Prix in Portugal and Valencia, but he stressed that he would not rush his recovery. With that, we wrap up today's edition of Other Than Sports Central. Stay tuned as we bring more highlights right here from the home turf and around the globe. And then until tomorrow, I'm Vinod Varnasurya signing off. Have a very good night.
Drag